Hello, and thank you for joining us for the Black Hills AI webinar, Beyond Automation, Unleashing the Power of Autonomous AI Agents, which is the first episode in our new series, AI, the Strategic Frontier, Beyond the Hype to Real-World Impact. A recording of this episode and the slides will be made available on the Black Hills AI YouTube channel, as well as the Black Hills AI website. Feel free to enter any questions using the Q&A feature in the Zoom menu. We invite you to follow us on LinkedIn and to visit the Black Hills AI website to learn about our other webinars. And with that, I will turn things over to our speakers.
Good afternoon. This is Jim Hallenbeck. I'm the President and CEO of Black Hills AI. I appreciate you joining us today. We're going to talk today about AI agents and such. Dr. Reggae from the University of St. Thomas is going to lead us off, and then both Tom and I will share some information about some new things that we're working on that we'll be bringing forth both on the Black Hills AI and the Black Hills Renewal side here in the very near future. We will also be having a new product and service launch on April 10th. Some of you who participated in our preview event a couple weeks ago, we're going to share a lot of the same stuff and then a little bit more in our product reveal on April 10th. So we'll be sending out more information in the next few days about that event, and we'll go from there. But in the meantime, Dr. Reggae, please take it from here.
Thank you so much, Jim, and hi, everyone. So, let's kick things off by looking at how we are moving from traditional automation to something much more powerful, that is complete automation. In the past, automation meant setting up rigid workflows that followed the same script every time. Think of auto-filled templates or, docketing alerts. Helpful, but, at the same time, limited. Now, with AI agents, we are talking about systems that can actually think through a process, adjust on the fly, and learn as they go. And that's, a real game changer. Imagine an AI agent that not only monitors filing deadlines, but understands which filings are strategically important and automatically surfaces related, prior art, for example, or one that drafts a first version of a response to an office action, customized based on prior successful arguments that you might have used. So this shift gives you more than just efficiency. It's about empowering your team to spend less time on routine admin and more on strategic analysis, client interaction, and high value work. When people hear AI agent, they often think of a chatbot, something that answers basic questions. But what we are really talking about here are tools that can reason, plan, and take actions based on your goals. For patent professionals, that opens up a lot of possibilities. Imagine an AI agent that reviews invention disclosures, suggests claim structures. So this isn't just about answering queries, it's about intelligent assistance across your workflow. Think of it as a tech-enabled colleague who understands the broader context of what you're trying to accomplish. So here's how these, agents work. They combine planning, memory, real-time learning, and tool usage. So it's kind of like having an associate who not only helps with your current matter, but remembers how you handled a similar case maybe 3 years ago, learns from your preferences, uses third-party tools like patent databases or docketing systems to assist. So in practice, this could mean an AI agent to help you with patent landscaping, pulling together data from, let's say, USPTO and commercial databases, and organizing it, visually and updating as new filings um, come in. Planning is one of the most exciting aspects of AI agents. They don't just react in an ad hoc manner. They map out a plan to achieve a goal. They can break a task into steps, reflect on results, and then, adjust their strategy. So in the IP world, this might look like an agent that structures the patent drafting process, starting with, some claim skeletons, identifying sections of the spec that need some fleshing out, and even, scheduling checkpoints with your team or the client. It's a form of an intelligent project management uh, that really improves your efficiency. AI agents use short-term memory for immediate tasks and then long-term memory to build context over time, like I mentioned earlier. Think of an agent that remembers how you typically respond, to an examiner in a specific art unit, or that a particular client prefers a certain claim style. So over time, this kind of memory allows the agent to tailor its assistant or its assistance to your habits, whether that's how you draft, how you search, or how you communicate with clients. It's personalization that gets evolved over time, and it's personalization at scale as well. What really sets AI agents apart is their ability to use tools. So they are not restricted to a certain set of heuristic rules, but they are able to connect to other third party tools, to calendars, calculators, code interpreters, and even search engines. So, this could mean integrating with tools like Google Patents or classification search systems. An agent could run a prior art search, retrieve key results, summarize them, all while you are in a meeting or focusing on strategy. And this is where the time savings become tangible, especially for high volume work or tight deadlines. So I'm going to talk about some um, examples in the real world. One specifically here in supply chain management. So this company GEP is a global leader in procurement and supply chain transformation. Um, so GEP, faced inefficiencies in its procurement and supply chain operations due to slow decision making. So to address this, they integrated AI agents that operate without human prompts. It is able to leverage memory, learn over time, and reasoning capabilities to execute procurement tasks in real time. So these AI agents streamlined source to contract and procure to pay processes by pulling relevant data, interacting with internal systems and external stakeholders, using predictive analytics to prevent disruptions. So as a result, the company improved procurement efficiency, enhanced decision accuracy, and minimized supply chain risks. So GP's, supply chain AI agents offer a very helpful analogy. Just like, they used real-time data to optimize procurement, one could have AI agents optimizing how you manage, client portfolios. For example, AI agent could, as I said, monitor activity, alert you to new filed applications, right? Things in real time. So it's about using intelligence not just to do tasks, but to drive, smarter IP portfolio strategy. This is another example. This is from JP Morgan. So they used AI to streamline financial decision making. And again, in the IP world, something similar could be done. One might use AI agent to streamline how you assess disclosures, even automating the triage process to determine which disclosures are viable. So you could use agent to support, um, a lot of analysis or track litigation trends in specific tech sectors. So these are all tasks that benefit from speed, structure, and the ability to sift through large volumes of data, something that AI really excels at. To build and implement these AI-driven systems, several powerful frameworks are available. So I just want to mention a few here. PhiData, it's a framework designed to help developers build and deploy AI-powered workflows very, very efficiently. So it focuses on data-driven AI solutions that integrate very seamlessly into an enterprise environment. LangGraph, a graph-based AI framework built on LangChain, it enables multi-agent collaboration and complex decision making. It is particularly useful for structuring AI workflows. Then there is Swarm from OpenAI. It has been inspired by swarm intelligence. So this framework allows multiple AI agents to work together in a decentralized manner, optimizing problem solving and automation and scale. There is Crew AI, a framework designed to facilitate team-based AI collaboration where different agents take on specialized roles. And then, AutoGen AI, which is focused on automating AI workflows by enabling self-improving and self-learning AI agents that adapt to tasks dynamically. Each of these frameworks provide unique capabilities for integrating AI agents into business operations. So as AI continues to evolve, selecting the right framework will be crucial in scaling automation, improving efficiency, and enhancing decision-making processes. So PhiData is one example of a framework that I mentioned, and I briefly, wanted to speak a little bit more about how PhiData, using PhiData framework, one can implement AI agents. So what PhiData offers is it enables agents with memory, knowledge tools, and reasoning, allowing them to interact intelligently. You can build teams of agents that collaborate to solve complex problems. And the other benefit is that it provides an intuitive user interface, making it easy to interact with and monitor your agents. So some of the features that I like about PhiData is that um, it's easy to use while maintaining uh, the robustness behind the scenes, able to adapt to various use cases, supports text, images, and other inputs, um, enables multi-agents to work together. Um, you might have heard about RAG, retrieval augmented generation. So this has a built-in RAG for enhanced knowledge recall. Um, it also ensures well-organized and logical responses. So um, I don't want to get too technical, but this small snippet of code that you see here, um, that showcases a Python script where two agents are defined. A, a web agent that you see here that searches the web for information. And then below that, here, a finance agent that retrieves financial data. So these agents work together in a team, enabling seamless collaboration. So by leveraging a framework like PhiData, businesses can deploy AI-driven solutions efficiently, improving automation and decision-making capabilities. It's very important to address ethical considerations, and I'm going to, talk about that using this particular use case with KPMG. So they faced challenges in AI adoption due to regulatory uncertainty and the lack of trust in, black box AI models. To overcome this, they implemented explainable AI and structured AI governance framework, ensuring transparency and compliance with the EU AI Act. So this approach not only improved decision making, but also enhanced trust in AI systems, making them more scalable and widely accepted across the organization. So by addressing concerns around compliance and explainability, KPMG, successfully accelerated AI adoption and integration into its financial services operations. So this, story is a reminder. If you want to adopt AI agents in a way that builds confidence, both internally and with clients, you need to be transparent. That might mean documenting how an AI assisted search was conducted, or keeping track of when and how an agent contributed to a draft. So, this kind of governance helps build trust. And it also makes it easier to explain the value of your services, especially when clients ask, how do you use AI in your work? Ultimately, clients increasingly expect that you are using advanced tools, but they also want to know that you're doing it responsibly. So when it comes to putting AI agents into actions, um, the question isn't just can we use them, it's where should we start? And the best place to begin is with those routine, high volume tasks that consume a lot of time, but don't always require creative legal thinking. I'm talking about things like responding to office actions, managing docketing, or triaging invention disclosures. These are areas where consistency and speed are important, and where AI agents can, save hours per week. Next, you want to tap into the data you already have access to. So, between tools like Google Patterns or your internal databases, there's a treasure trove of information available. AI agents can mine that data to pull insights, like highlighting, preferred claim structures or flagging continuity chains in filings you might have missed probably. One of the most exciting aspects is what we call multi-agent collaboration. And in that code snippet that I showed you, you got a taste of that. So, with multi-agent collaboration, you can have different agents handling different stages of the process. For example, one agent starts the claim draft based on the disclosure, another agent checks it against recent rejections, and a third one builds a summary chart for the client. These agents talk to each other and hand off the work. So you don't have to micromanage the process. But here's the important part. This isn't about replacing humans. It's about strategic augmentation, freeing up your time so you can focus on client advising, claim strategy, and other high value work that really drives impact. And finally, even though these agents are powerful, they still need oversight. And that's why it's smart to build governance into your workflow right from the beginning, right from day one. So track what the agents do, document how decisions were made, and make sure your clients know where human expertise kicks in. This builds trust. It protects your professional integrity as well. So think of AI agents as your new teammates, ones who take care of the busy work so you can focus on what really matters. So to summarize, AI agents enable businesses to operate smarter, optimize processes, and drive innovation. Organizations should take proactive steps by exploring pilot projects and leveraging AI to enhance decision making. Looking ahead a little bit, we are going to see AI agents becoming more context aware, meaning they'll understand not just the document they are working on, but the industry, the business, the client, and of course, the case history behind it as well. So that could lead to agents that help uh, tailor arguments to specific jurisdictions or industries, or that suggest alternative claim strategies based on portfolio objectives. So for forward looking patent professionals, this is the time to experiment, pilot, and figure out where these tools can fit best. And that is the promise of AI agents. And some really amazing work is being done at Black Hills AI. To speak more about that, I'm going to hand it off to Jim Hallenbeck. Over to you, Jim.
Thanks, Dr. Reggae. I appreciate your thorough discussion, and I always feel like there's so much more to learn after after I speak with you and after we see one of your presentations. So I'll just jump into our part of it. The next part here, Tom Marlowe will be joining me on this as well in a few slides. But first, just want to a reminder that up next we have an April 10th new product and service reveal. And what we're revealing is a multi-channel ecosystem of products and services across multiple platforms, including the web. We have a Word add-in and a mobile app for Apple and soon to be on Android as well. You'll be able to access that app now. If the app is available in the Apple App Store, and it will soon be available in the Google Play Store as well. But what we're releasing in April, or announcing in April, and releasing are the ability to view file histories and interact with those file histories with artificial intelligence, generative AI, directly within a single user interface, web-based platform, but also through a Word add-in. So right at the place where you're generating the content, you're going to be able to interact with an AI, generative AI interface as well. That is what we will be calling Auto Power Patent Center. We also have automated office action response drafts. I'll talk about that more on the next slide. We have a new product that we call our Docket Analyzer, which gives you unique insights into your docket with docket dates calculated independently of your IP management system. So you can take a look at what your due dates are and things that are coming due in the upcoming weeks and months. And you can view that without even having to go into your IP management system. And you can even view that from our app. There's additional function. If you do happen to download the app, there's additional functionality that is being added to that over the next couple weeks that will make that even more useful. We also have our verification and alerts, which are available both in the online platform and in our app. More details on these will be shared on April 10th. But yeah, the app will provide you a docket in your pocket. And we're also going to be doing multi-jurisdictional evidence of use scanning, automated report generation for you and your clients, which is not only good for helping with things like whether or not you want to pay a renewal fee, but also for perhaps whether or not you decide to file a continuation, what those claims might look like, and so on. So anyway, a lot more to come on April 10th. We're going to share a little bit today as just a slight teaser, and we'll go from there. But along the lines of what Dr. Reggae was talking about on his strategy for implementing AI agents, the 5 points being: start with routine high volume tasks, leverage internal and public data sources, use multi-agent collaboration, focus on strategic augmentation, and building governance into your workflow. All of those things are things we're already doing here at Black Hills AI, and these tools are built using that strategy, starting with routine high volume tasks, for example, docketing. Okay, leveraging internal and public data sources. We're using USPTO data, foreign, patent office data. We're also using your own internal data from your IP management systems and your own procedures and the procedures that we know and what to look for in these documents, and we're docketing those with automation. The use of multi-agent collaboration in getting this docketing done. We not only do your docketing with a automated docketing process to retrieve the documents and data, process that to OCR those documents and data, identify what's truly been received, whether it is exactly what the patent office says or whether or not they had an error in their data. And if they also included other things within a higher level document, for example, an office action with a restriction requirement, and perhaps even an interview summary in it, we're using our different agents to identify, retrieve, and identify those different things. And then once we do have the docketing complete, we use another independent agent that goes out and verifies that your docketing was performed accurately. And we focus on strategic augmentation of your processes to get that done. For example, office action response shell generation. So we're helping your team do additional things and be more productive, high volume tasks. And we build governance into the workflow, for example, in our multi-layered approach to not only docketing, but verification. And then also internally inside of these systems, parts that you don't even see, where we're not just taking the patent office's word for what a document is, or the patent office might tell us, hey, here's the pending claims, but we're also going out and we're looking at the last documents filed and reading those to making sure that what the patent office says the claims are and what your claims as filed said the claims are. So we're identifying a lot of these different things. Additionally, we're verifying data as correspondence comes through, such as what's in your IP management system versus what the USPTO sees, whether that be priority dates, application titles, filing dates, all sorts of different things. So we also have additional capability, analytic capabilities that we can assist with on that using both AI and more simple data processing. So lots going on in these regards. But with our new tools as well, Dr. Regge, why don't you switch to the next slide? The integrated ecosystem that we're providing, our Auto Power Patent Center, our Power Prosecutor Plus, Word add-in, our mobile app, and our IP practice group dashboard that we're releasing are all built on top of these same strategies I was talking about. For example, Dr. Regge, you can go to the next slide now. Starting with these routine high volume tasks. You'll see here, this is an office action response that was generated with an automated process. When we do this, though, this is a simple view of one document. Along with this, we're doing additional things that we're going to be providing to you, making sure that we build in a multi-agent and a strategic augmentation to your existing processes and building governance into the workflows. We just don't jump straight from an office action to your office action response. What we're going to be providing, there's many different things. When you think about how you work on an office action response, just without, AI, you do a lot of different things, right? One, you're probably first going to take a look at what's the prosecution history look like. Well, that's one thing that we can provide you. We can provide you a summary of the prosecution history very easily. And then we can also provide you a summary of the rejection so that you know what you're dealing with. We can give you a copy of the claims very quickly and give you analysis of the rejections in view of those claims. We start helping you jump through all the different hoops that you need to go through to get to the point where you're ready to work on the office action response, including summaries of the various references, the rejections. Are the rejections reasonable? Why or why not? And then how does the prior art compare to these claims and the rejections? Where do the rejections go wrong, or what are the good points? What does your specification have that might help you address these rejections, either through argument or through claim amendments? And what might those claim amendments look like? We start building this case for you along the thought patterns that you have, and we provide this information to you, or we will be providing this information to you after April 10th, when we're going to have our webinar, our release event, which you'll be able to tune in, and we'll have more information on that very shortly. We'll send you an email subsequent to this webinar with that information. So we hope that you'll be able to join us, but you'll see more then about what we're doing with these office action response drafts. It's not just jumping from your office action to your draft with an AI tool. We help you go through building the idea of governance in the workflow so that you can see what the steps that our processing went through to get to the end output, which you may or may not agree with, and that's fine, but we give you a cure to your blank page. And as I've said on many discussions and different webinars, that a blank page is oftentimes the biggest hurdle for a patent attorney to overcome. Once you get across that blank page, then you spend approximately 75% of your time working on the first draft. Well, if we can eliminate the blank page, help you with your first draft, we can take that, say 75% of the time that you're spending and reduce it down to maybe 25% of the time. And then you can spend an additional 25% of the time revising what the draft that we've given you, refining it, inserting additional arguments if you want, or tweaking the arguments. And maybe in half the time you get your office action response. And it's a very efficient process. And we think you're going to like it quite a bit. So we're very excited about that. I know there's some other companies that are trying to do this. I think we have a unique advantage because, one, we're already working with all of your data. The workflows are already set up. We're already delivering office action response shells to you, to many of you, which we include with our docketing for free. There will be an additional upcharge for the automated drafts, but it will be nominal. Of course, that's relative, but we'll have more information on that in the very near future. But we think we'll be able to really speed up your workflows and increase, help you increase the quality of your work product by freeing up your time to focus on, refining the arguments and doing a top-notch job on every case. So that's what we have there. So why don't we jump to the next slide here? We're going to talk now about evidence of use scanning, and Tom Marlowe is going to talk to us about that. Tom is our Chief Technology Officer and President of our renewals business. So Tom.
Hey, thanks, Jim. Yeah, lots of really interesting stuff coming down the development pipeline here. Excited for the things that we're going to be announcing in more detail coming up here in April. Here at Black Hills Renewals, we've got some AI work in the hopper as well. I'm going to talk about two aspects related to the discussion today. The first here is with respect to evidence of use. This is always a useful but unfortunately time-taking endeavor, particularly when you want to see how, let's say, any and all of the patents in your portfolio might stack up against what's out there on the market. Evidence of use analysis requires this understanding of the patented technology along with the market in general. So here we work to leverage our AI tools, an agent that goes in and reviews the patent, determines key concepts, and then additionally searches the web for relevant products, more technologies, and that can help take a lot of the work out of the process. In the realm of renewals, when making, say, keep or abandon type of decisions, trying to figure out what's the value of this patent, relative value within the portfolio, having this analysis at your fingertips can be particularly useful. The way we're implementing this agent is as a background process. This process will be triggered in advance by either on a periodic time frame or by calculations of upcoming annuities or maintenance fees. The agent will go off of that kind of triggering process, review the patent, claims, abstract, if needed, dive into the family to find relevant information. And then based on that analysis, hand off to the next step where it'll go out to the web and pull what it can find. All right, so let's slide to the next slide real quick. So the results of this work on the back end then get organized and they get summarized into an easily digestible report. So here's an example of what one of those reports might look like, where we've got some information about the patent. We've got what the scan looks like, what related products might look like, and some information like gap analysis on the technology, all in one place, done in the background, so that when you want to do your analysis, when you want to kind of get an idea of the value of a patent within your portfolio, here's a data point that you can use. Alongside this, AI-driven scoring will also be provided within our system to draw users to, let's say, more interesting of the results. So just ways to help pan through a portfolio to make your decisions and your kind of renewal process and workflow a lot more efficient. And, ideally make as good decisions as you can through this process, which is something we've been all about since the beginning. And this is another step in that work that we're doing. Okay, let's take a look at the next slide. Another aspect of what we're working on, and there's a quick preview here, is getting a summary of renewal decisions, say abandonments and other activities on related matters. So we've got what's effectively a chatbot example on the screen here, but this is, again, a tool that we'll have set up to do some work in the background where an agent will review the matter at hand, its information, then it will go out and identify related matters. And related matters might be those in the family of this matter, or it might be a technological analysis for similarity within your portfolio, depending on what may or may not be useful for your decision-making process. And then once that work is done, go and pull renewal data from this and those related matters as context to summarize for quick comparison for the user. So the goal here with these efforts is to have processes working in the background for the user so that they can get that analysis when it's going to be useful. So here's, in this quick example, we can see the tool is giving in a matter within a large family, which other matters have renewal plans, which ones have been instructed to abandon, which ones are coming up in the near future, so that these decisions can be made efficiently and effectively. So all in all, this type of work, we try to drive, like I said, process efficiency and making great decisions. The use of these AI agents to take a lot of the time-taking, data gathering, data summarization is something that we've been focusing on as of late. And we're excited to be getting these ready to provide to our current and future customers.
Well, thanks, Tom. I appreciate your contributions there, and thank you, Dr. Regge. Also, if anybody has any questions, feel free to submit them now. There's a chat function below. You can, or the Q&A function, either one. You can use those to submit your questions, and we will answer those now. But absent any questions, that's all we have for you today. So we'll hang out for a few minutes to answer your questions. If you would like to learn more, send us an email at sales@blackhillsai, or you can email support if you need help. You could also email info@blackhills.ai if there's anything you need. There'll be more information on our website, blackhills.ai. An email will come to you with a link to a copy of this recording. If we will also be sending information about our upcoming webinar on April 10th, our launch event. And yeah, that's what we have. Appreciate you tuning in today. and look forward to sharing more about our new products in the very near future. Once again, thank you, Dr. Reggae, for joining us today, and thank you, Tom, as well.
Yeah.
And we will look forward to speaking with you or meeting with you again on one of our next webinars. Thank you.